It's Freaky Friday, y'all. How's everybody doing? Ooh, give me a second. I'm putting on a hoodie. It's a little chilly in my house. I just bought it. I haven't even washed it. It's very soft. Shout out Coles. How's everybody doing? Hammy, Sarah, I know I saw you in chat. Hammy's already laying the knowledge on us. Microwaves are mislabeled. They are 30 centimeters to 1 millimeter in wavelength. Micro is typically, bro, the math equations. 10 minus, I forget what that is. Something said you can just read it. Listen, I'm not as smart as Hammy. A microwave is extremely large on the electromagnetic spectrum. When it comes to direct energy weapon, you have denial, damage, and destroy. Denial would be a microwave type moment. I love how you put moment, where you heat the subcutaneous cells to induce pain in a human. Damage would be like popping a tire. Destroy would be elimination of use. It would be like destroying an engine in a car. There are also sound-based weapons. I know 8 kilohertz sound waves hurts your ears to shit. There's also churro Kit Kats are amazing. Thank you. Thank you for that, Hammy. Yeah, the military has this like sound weapon where it makes you shit yourself. So, listen, y'all don't want to know what the military has, right? We've got Sarah K, Different Idiom Daily. We'll let notification go out. People get here. Jessica MG, same. Listen. Well, because, okay. Keep in mind, I want this kept in mind throughout this stream. I lived on Maui for a year. I worked in Lahaina. I sat on that wall. I sat under that banyan tree. I shopped there. I lived up the road a little ways. I think it was still considered Lahaina. Um, I lived and I worked in this place for a year. And the island and I didn't vibe, and like I'll explain that in a little bit, but there's still a lot of people I met and that I may have lost touch with, but I'm worried about them. I don't know if they're okay. So it's a lot. But I think this was purposeful. Because there's some weird shit going on. Yeah. Oh no, Jessica, you're allergic to the cinnamon. Oh, I had a friend that was allergic to cinnamon and mustard. I feel this. And we'd go to Ruby River Steakhouse and I'd order the potato with the cinnamon and she'd be like, "You're trying to kill me." And I'm like, "Listen, I love you, but I love cinnamon more. I'm so sorry." She was fine. Creek toasted marshmallow iced coffee. How are you doing? Oh, I miss hot tamales, but as a fatty, I should avoid them. So can you not even do like a synthetic cinnamon flavor? Interesting. Interesting. Oh, it's Friday. I think I might stream tomorrow. Um, do a little NAGS coverage tomorrow in between. I want to see, I know Deadly Content is streaming. I want to check with them, see where they're streaming. Everybody. Because I know Gigi is streaming. It's 6 a.m. my time. I shall not be there. Fuck. That's why I'm never really in Yabba's, because it's like 6 in the morning my time. And I'm a member at Jill's, and like I love her. She's adorable and sweet and cute and funny. Girl, it's like 4 a.m. my time, Miss Mama. I can't do it. Yes, please join memberships. I'm doing another members only stream next week. I'm probably gonna make it for Spoopy Burbs and above again. And then as more people join Conspiracy Burbs, then we'll do like that a little farther down the road as more people join that level. But make sure you're in the Discord, especially if you are a Conspiracy Burb. Moderators, admins for my Discord, please don't join whatever level if you want to join at all, because you're my admins. I need you in there regardless. And I'm going to be working on some stuff for the channel. Are you being bullied? Who's bullying? Bullied. You spelled it wrong, Creek. It's Boolyen. Bullion. Or two L's. Bullion. My hair, y'all. I haven't had my hair cut since May because I'm growing it out. And when I tell you, I need a haircut so bad. I need it shaped. I need some of the bulk taken out. It might be a chin length bob, but your girl's got some fucking hair. Oh, so all right. This is gonna be maybe like a little bit more of like a researchy type stream. I usually try to have everything like I've watched it. I've gone through stuff. Everything's in a playlist. Here's the thing. Things are moving so fast with all of this, like all aspects of it. The Maui emergency services chief guy that was in charge resigned an hour ago. So it's it's a lot. It's a lot to keep track of right now. Um and please make sure you thumbs up and subscribe, and if you want to share it out, um and tell people about me because I'm trying to grow the channel, although I do like that I'm small because I feel like it's me hanging out with my besties being like, oh my god, let's talk about shit. Anywhoosies, um so that guy resigned, right? um there's a lot of questionable things. I think one of the questionable things was, so again, I lived on Maui. I lived in Kihei for a little bit, lived and worked in Lahaina, which is on Front Street, which is where the majority of this took place. There's one video I found. Thank you, shout out Creek Native for that. We are going to watch that. Thank you so much. I have to be very careful what I watch because ABC News, all the CBS, they will strike me. They will take my shit down, especially now that I'm monetized. They're like, oh, now we care. I'm like, okay, cool, thanks. Like my member stream from last night is blocked in some countries because of the they live footage. It's whatevs. I should have just shown the fight scene then. Mm. Oh, someone I worked with was going to go on a trip to Hawaii. They've changed their plans. Yeah, well, and it depends what island you're going to. But the thing with Hawaii is if one island is in trouble, it's going to affect all the islands and everything is going to stop and they're all going to go help that island. Because you can like, it's uh so living on Maui, I could see Molokai, what was it? Oahu and I forget the other one. I could see like three other islands, right? Um and you will notice I will do my best. Try to pronounce stuff the way I learned how to pronounce it when I lived there. There was a street called Laura Honoa Pi'ilani, and like this guy that a bunch of us moved there, and one of the guys that moved there could never pronounce it. And I'm like, there's apostrophes and just like hit the vowels. And I would like show him how to um pronounce the words, and he couldn't do it. And I was like, bro, yeah, no. He was he was kind of a we'll call him a tater tot. We'll call him he was kind of a tater. We'll say that. And y'all know I love me some potatoes. Um so yeah. I've got the pronunciations, but yeah, she does live there. So I do believe she's on a different island. I know Mimsy commented she's like, I love you and I want to be there, but I think I'm not sure if Mims lives there, but I know like somebody she knows and it's a whole thing. The death toll is well over 100. It was up to 106 2 days ago. These people had no time to get out. So I've got the experience and knowledge of living on Maui and living and working in Lahaina on Front Street where this took place. I also have the benefit, the knowledge, and experience of living in Nevada for 25 years. This is wildfire country. There's shit I'm seeing, it's not making any fucking sense, right? Um, like I'm gonna look on the Googles. We're gonna try or Bing or whatever it is I use. I don't understand. So fires jump a lot where I live, right? People like don't throw your cigarettes out the window. Please don't light my state on fire. Thank you. Um, people most times will chuck a cigarette butt out the window, and the brush and everything is so dry on the side of the road, especially if it's windy. Boom, wildfire, right? It takes very little. People have started massive wildfires because they'll be up on the side of a mountain and they're parked over a dried sagebrush, which those come loose, and then you have a tumbleweed. Fun fact. They still crack me up. It's like a fucking cartoon, even after like 25 years. Like, I think it's hilarious. But people have been parked over a dried sagebrush and they will start their car, and the spark from starting their car will, and then they start the car, they drive off. No idea. And that little spark on that little bush starts a whole massive ass wildfire. Um, yeah. So you got to be real, real careful. Like people like to go out target shooting on like the mountains and the hills and stuff surrounding this area, which is all well and fine. It's a lot different than it used to be 20 years ago, but especially when new people move here, we're like, bring a fire extinguisher, bring plenty of water, because again, especially if you're shooting, especially if you're shooting metal targets. Like I gave my old propane tank to my friend. I was like, hey, do you want this, for target practice? Because he takes his son out in the desert with a friend and goes shooting. You need to make sure you have ample materials with which to put out a fire, because a spark from that, just the metal on the metal, will again start a wildfire. So, I pulled up my Twitter, right. Um, and looked up Maui Fire. I want to. Oh, here's one. Maui Fire deliberate. That's an interesting search term. Uh, and I'm gonna say yes. Yes, I do think it was deliberate. Um, so okay. Let me organize my thoughts. Some of the biggest points I'm seeing. So again, having lived there, Maui has one of, if not the most sophisticated, state of the art, like Hawaii as a whole, right? Has a very sophisticated um, alert siren system because tsunamis are a thing. A lot of people are upset and are asking, why weren't the alarms sounded? So we're going to watch a quick video that explains that. And yes, this guy in this press conference, you'll see he's like the tall one in the back. Keep an eye on him. He comes up. This is how the Hawaiian people are. Like, they're either like super duper nice or like, you want to fight yet? And I might revert to speaking pigeon. I cannot guarantee that I won't. I didn't pick a lot of it up when I was there, but when I was talking to locals, I would start speaking pigeon for sure. So this is an explanation as to why the sirens were not they didn't go off.
Do you regret not sounding the sirens?
I do not. And the reason why, and
So many people said they could have been saved if they had time to escape. Had a siren gone off, they would have known that there was a crisis emerging. And as we know, so many bodies were found in the ground As
Do
the
you
flames
want him to
fucking
give you
heals.
the answer, or
I
do
do,
you want
but
to
I
give?
wanna
Well, then
get it out there.
let him finish his
I'm
answer.
sorry, there's a lot of people.
Well, you're
who
talking
want
and you're not letting him
answers.
talk. If you want to talk, come up here.
I'm ready for the
And this is how they are in Hawaii. I can vouch. They're like, you got a problem? This is how they are.
answer.
Then wait.
The sirens, as I had mentioned earlier, is
Okay.
used primarily for tsunamis, and that's the reason why many of them are found, almost all of them are found on the coastline. The public is trained to seek higher ground in the event that the siren is sounded. In fact, on the website of the Hawaii Emergency Management Agency, the following guideline is provided. If you are in a low-lying area near the coastline, evacuate to high grounds, inland or vertically to the fourth floor and higher of a concrete building. Alerts may also come in the form of a wireless emergency alert. Had we sounded the siren that night, we're afraid that people would have gone Malka. And if that was the case, then they would have gone into the fire. And so that is the reason why our protocol has been to use WEA and EAS. By the way, I should also note that there are no sirens Malka or on the mountainside.
Nope.
Where the fire was spreading down. So even if we sounded the siren, it would not have saved those people on the mountainside, Malka.
And then this one it's the mentality.
I'm going to do another friendly reminder that we encourage aloha and kindness. Again, we appreciate the questions, but I would encourage all of us to operate under the values of aloha and kindness. So as you're asking the question, please respect the speaker who is responding and give them that space, just as they're giving you the space for you to ask your question.
Okay, so that's why, and again, the guy, the head of the emergency system, whatever, literally resigned at like 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I believe. Because Maui is, they don't observe the time change. So I know Pacific time, we're like 3 to 4 hours ahead of them. So yeah, so he resigned, and I thought of this when I was watching everything, because people are saying they didn't sound the sirens when it's one of the most sophisticated systems. There was no water pressure, and the power lines were kept electrified. I hope after this, Maui is going to adjust their alert system for because even when I lived there 20 years ago, they were in a drought. Like, it would rain, but it was still, they were considered in a drought. So of course those three factors are not good. I hope they alter the system for, it's all tsunami based. Okay, but what if there's an earthquake under Maui? And fun fact, Maui is the only state that continues to grow in size, because there's the one volcano and the lava comes up and then it solidifies. That's how the Hawaiian Islands were formed. And that's considered land of Hawaii. And so as that expands, the state grows. Fun fact. I can see that reasoning. But obviously, the people in that area knew some shit was going down. Everybody has a cell phone, right? Everybody was probably on their cell phone. And those that don't or weren't were around those that were. Maybe I'm overgeneralizing or overreaching. I don't know. That makes sense to me logically, okay, because tsunami go higher. Okay, they don't want people doing that because the mountains and there's no, okay. Why was nothing put out, though? Do we remember, what was it, 2020? When that alert went out in Hawaii? that like a fucking missile was coming to them and like people legit thought they were going to die. You know, they're like, we can't get in anywhere fast. And it's like, you've got a minute. There's a missile coming in. Do we remember that? So alerts went out for that. You can't, you know, type some things are only so automated, you know? It's weird. It's weird. It's fucking weird. I want to, because again, I've got to be real careful what I show. Lahaina burn pattern. I want to see what comes up for this. Oh, did I spell Lahaina right? No. Because I am Howley. Lahaina burn pattern. So like I said, this is going to be a little bit of a researchy situation type deal moment. Please sign me out. I don't want to dox myself. God. Let me type in Lahaina Maui. Because I don't need to see people's burn patterns. So those three things. And we're gonna look some stuff out and, you know, look some stuff up and find some stuff. Oh, great. Oh, and then there's a fucking hurricane coming up on the West Coast. Sir, in the chat, are you prepared? Because this is supposed to be bad. And I just got a notice from my internet company. We're preparing for potential service outages during the storm. If you lose power, call your utility company. Oh my God. I guess this is going to be like real bad. Okay, cool. So I'll plan to stream, but if I'm not able to, because again, uh if my Wi-Fi goes down, I'm screwed. I will let you know. So bear with me this weekend or whenever this shit. Fuck! I live in Nevada for a reason, bro. You know, Creek, they do owe me money. I also only pay $20 a month for my internet service because we switched it into my name and it was 50. And then I was like, hey, should I tell you about this thing? And I get some like weird COVID credit. So it's great. Yes, I'm sure they owe me money. Yep. Creek says the nuclear missiles. Yeah, if you can send that message out to someone, has the ability to send something out for a wildfire. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. And I get like, oh, you know, it would move very fast and whatnot. That missile moved pretty fast too, man. You know what? It's that's gonna be the norm. Diff says, why are all the Americans having connectivity issues? It's gonna be the norm. It's gonna be the norm. So let me try and find a good picture of mhm. So this is just this shit is just weird to me. Right? Is that from that? No, that's not the right one. Let me try a different search term. Maui Fire air. Let's just look up aerial view. Okay. 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 Here we go. Can I make this bigger? View image. There we go. Okay. So this is where my mind goes. Again, I live in wildfire country. we've had fires start along 4-lane highways. There's one that connects from like Reno down to Carson. And hold on, let me make sure I'm not okay, good. I'm not doxing myself. Yay. All right, I'm gonna share this photo. So some years ago, so it's like 2 lanes in either direction, right? 2 north, 2 south with a median in the middle. A wildfire started. It's in Washoe Valley. You can look it up. A fire started down there, jumped the road, couldn't travel that because it's like the shortest way between like Reno and Carson. It's like, 20 minutes. I hate that road. It's flat. The speed limit's like 70. Everybody wants to do 90. I hate that road. So when that wildfire happened, it jumped the road, which is bigger than the streets in Lahaina. Okay? Because there's enough room on the shoulder for a car or a semi, because there's a lot of semi traffic through there to pull over. The 2 lanes, another shoulder big enough for a vehicle, the median, so the little wall, shoulder, lane, lane, shoulder. So essentially it's like 8 lanes, right? Kind of. Or just say 6. Just say 3. We'll be generous. It jumped from one side to the other across 6 lanes and melted the road, melted the asphalt. Now, like, I could be stupid because I am a little bit stupid, but tell me for why. Can you guys see? Tell me for why none of these streets, none or very little, are and this is just one of many views. And I also find it interesting looking into this. The $1 million homes, fine. Totally fine. And then, and we'll look this up when we go into Twitter in a little bit. These people haven't even found their friends and family. And they're already getting phone calls. Do you want to sell your land? Oh, did your house burn down? Did half of your family die? Oh, no, sad. Do you want to sell your land? And I'll tell you this. Maui fucking hates Oprah. When 20 years ago when I lived there, they hated her because she came in and bought up so much land. And Hawaiians are very proud. It's very sacred to them. A lot of them live at or below the poverty line. They're barely making it. Yet these rich mainlander howdy millionaires come in and buy up their land, buy up their ancestors' land. It's a lot. Oh, the campfire. Oh, yep. The campfire paradise. I remember all that. Dude, driving between Reno and Sacramento for work. I-80, especially westbound, it was like a massacre because it was driving all of the wildlife towards Reno way in the Sierra Nevada mountains, because that whole other side was on fire. And it was so sad. It was just roadkill and schmears all over. I hated it. I would cry and stress every time I had to work, which was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I hated it. Like, it was so sad. But what are the animals going to do? You know? So here, let me see if I can find another one. Well, you guys, I don't know. It's just this looks weird. A lot of people are even saying like, you know, it looks like a bomb went off, or it's just it's it doesn't look right. And for me, I'm just like this is weird. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Okay, let me switch to this one. I don't know. Here's another one from 15 hours ago. And it's just, so the car's burnt out. Of course, like the heat's going to break the windows out. And you can see the concrete structure is left, all that. But how, like, it's weird. Something feels off to me. Something feels off. And keep in mind, here, another tab. Oh my God. Maui Smart Island Conference. Uh, yep, here we go. And we might be doing some more streams like this in the future because channels are getting taken down. Even though they're editing, other channels are getting taken down for reusing content. So we might start doing some like more streams like this here and there. You know what I mean? Here, let me get to your comments. Yes. Yes, I remember Trump was still in office. I love you, but I don't know what that has to do with anything. Mm-hmm. All right. Hey, April. Welcome in. Welcome in. Oh, yeah. The campfires were bad. All of that was bad. It was, couldn't go outside. Oh, no worries, April. I know. I don't know who else is live. I know GP was live. Of course, Frenchie's live. And let me see what you guys are saying. Hammy says the thing about direct energy weapons or DEWs, especially if they are laser based, you would target them at windows. Light and heat traveling through glass are amplified. Exactly, like a magnifying glass, right? Yeah. Yep. Creek says Raven Star, remember the fires in Cali in 2018, 2019. Trump was still in office, but those houses looked very similar. They were just flattened. Didn't look like a fire. Did it? Oh, Hannibal's live too? Okay, cool. Yeah, I know. You know what? I'm happy anybody shows up, honestly, but I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because you know why? I like doing it. I'm not going to rage quit because no one's sending super chat. Ronith! Ronith Jean! You should be streaming because you enjoy it, because you appreciate your community. Like that's a thing, bro. Oh yeah, as long as I have internet, I'm gonna stream. I want to stream about him tomorrow. I want to cover his Rumble stream and give my little 2 cents. And then Sunday, I messaged Aza. I haven't heard back from him yet, but I've asked him to come back Sunday for, are you ready? Say it with me. A root starting affected. I'm so excited. I hope he'll come up and do more Chelsea with me because if not, I might do it without him. Yes, bro, roots. Root stalling. Oh, booyaka. Oh my God. We're going to do more Chelsea on Sunday. Like, I know I used to, like, I'll get back to weekly recap, but I think this is like a good time to kind of veer away from that a little bit, something a little different. It's everyone else has that handled. I want to do something fun. I'd rather have 15 people here, but we're hysterically laughing. Like, that just seems like a good time to me. I want to laugh. I want you guys to enjoy yourself. And I want to enjoy myself too. So yeah, this just looks here. Let me take this root stalling. Yes, I know Hammy was asking for more Chelsea. Let me take myself down. Okay. Hammy, thank you for the super chat. Ham and Bean says, as long as you are streaming, I'll be here. You are fascinating, charmful, and interesting. Hammy, thank you. You are smart. You is beautiful. You is important. Thank you. I appreciate everybody being here. And you know what? I get a lot of replay views, which huge. That is such a huge compliment to me. Like, I'm like, wow, like people are, oh, I gotta go watch Raven stream. And they come back and they watch it. Like, thank you. Shout out replay crew. Oh, is your grandma home? Both of the boys had baths today. Like, Winston gets groomed regularly. Jasper, my 86-pound pit bull, you guys, hadn't had a bath in probably a year, probably longer. He was the best boy in the bath for me. Oh, Jasper's the best boy. He's a good boy. He's a little leash reactive. He's naughty eating Roxy's kibble, but the bestest Jasper boy. Oh my God. Such a good boy. Look at him with those little hairnet on, ready to go to work. All right, hold on. I'm going to have to close my door. Jasper, go see Grandma. Grandma home. Oh my goodness. Come on, let's go. Go show Grandma how clean you are. Oh my goodness. You want to get your chip? Okay, Mommy's streaming. Come on, let's go. All right, you guys, go with Grandma. No, go. Come on, let's go. Jasper, go by Grandma. Oh, you want to stay in here with Mama? That's a napkin. That's not a chip. He's all clean. Should feel how clean he is, Grandma. He's all about Mommy. We bonded today because I washed his butt. When did you come in? Go on, you guys can go with Grandma. I guess they want to stay in here with me. Sorry. That was my mom. You guys can stay in here with me. Yeah. Jasper doesn't want to leave my side. Aww. Hubba Bubba's. I love you so much. I love you too much. Yes. That's what I call him. I call Jasper Bubs. Like, that's his little nickname is Bubs. I call him a Hubba Bubba's. He's a Bubby Wubs. The best Bubs there ever was. Oh, such a good boy. Okay, Mommy got to get back to stream. Sorry, dog intermission. If y'all know anything about me, you know I love my dogs. Share Bear. Oh, we're talking about the fires in Hawaii on Maui. I understand if it's too much and you can't be here, or if you need to dip out. I want to know: is this weird to you, Share Bear? Is it weird to you with the Maui fires, like the burn patterns? We watched a video of them saying they didn't set off the tsunami alarms because people, when those go off, you're supposed to go to high ground, and that's where the fires were. And then there are no sirens mountainside, so it wouldn't have been effective. That's why they didn't turn them on. And then why was there no pressure in the fire hydrants, and why were the electrical lines powered up. Oh, Hammy, are you psychic? Asshole. There is a lot of Jasper fur on the interior of my car. I will be deep cleaning the inside of the Sorrento, probably end of September, beginning of October when it cools off a little bit. I will spend the entire day doing it with my shop vac, all of my tools and whatnots. I'll take everything out, vacuum it out, deep clean it. I haven't been able to do it for 2 years because a crazy neighbor lady that lived there. And I was going to do it this spring, but then I had that new injury, which shout out to my physical therapist. Oh my God, I'm so much better. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, you could say that, Sarah. Okay. So Cher, you think this is weird. Do you want to come up, Cher? You're welcome to come up. I will I'll drop you a StreamYard link. If you want to come up, let me know. You're welcome to come up and give your thoughts on it, or we can explore together. I always want to give you guys a chance to, if whatever I'm talking about is personal to you guys, I always want to give you the opportunity to come up and speak. So, yeah, no pressure. You're good. You're good. So yeah, this is just weird to me. So, let me check this page. So what I find interesting is, so we're going to share this tab. Hawaii Digital Government Summit, right? And there's one that is this the one that's supposed to take place on Maui? Sorry, we're kind of, like I said, we're going to be doing more of these streams. I kind of like, I don't know that this is the right one. Hold on, let me stop sharing and look at this. And I'll look at chat in a minute. Maui Smart Island Conference. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, hold on. So there's this like smart city conference that's supposed to take place in Maui coming up in September. And they want to like redo the island. Wait, hold on. Make sure that I see what. I just want to make sure you see it. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's literally right next door to me, Creek. Very familiar. Yeah, a lot of the people who lost everything in the campfire and in Paradise actually moved here to Reno. And I went through and donated like a ton of stuff. Like I had a bunch of clothes that I'd only worn a couple times, a bunch of like dog stuff. I went out and purchased a bunch of shit and donated it to this one lady knew like a whole bunch of people that moved here, and they like worked for where my mom works, and yes, so very familiar. All right, so they're wrestling. Share Bear says there are a lot of malfunctions with I don't know too much. I only what I heard on the news, although I recently the EMS resigned. Yeah, earlier today. Yep. Oh, you're out and you're driving? No, no worry. Listen, just because I offer a link, you can tell me no. I'm not going to get upset. My feelings aren't going to get hurt. I totally understand. I love and respect all of yous. So, yes. The roads, yeah, we're going to watch that video next. The roads were only one way going in and one way going out. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if you were here for it. I lived on Maui, and I worked in Lahaina. I worked at the Hard Rock Cafe, and my husband at the time worked across the road at Bubblegum Shrimp Company. And there was this one place, I can't remember what it was called, but like you went upstairs and you could eat on the balcony. And I loved their like prime rib. And it was like this rundown local place, and people were like, I want to eat there. And I'm like, it's cheap and it's good, and I'm going to. I don't care. Yes, drive safe, Share Bear. Okay. All right, cool. I was just like, that's a weird detail to put in there. uh so shout out Creek Native Girl for sending me this. This is from a local dude. This is from a local guy. Let me share my screen. So this is from a guy that lives there. I want to, holy shit, I have so many tabs open. I am turning into FFG, but only in that way. All right. So Maui police blocked escape route as told by Fitch from Front Street found alive.
Oh, no way! Dude, do you know how many people are asking about you, bro? Do you know? Look, it just showed up.
Aww.
Bro, are you okay, man?
Look at, you can just see the sadness in this man's face. You can just, I see it.
Are you okay? Yeah. Holy bro, I can't believe you just walked up on me. Bro, are you okay? I knew you would be okay, by the way. By the way, if you guys don't know who this is Fish. He's been sitting next to Cheeseburger in Paradise, selling the most awesome stuff, right?
I know exactly where that is. Jimmy Buffett's Cheeseburger in Paradise. Never ate there. It was too touristy for me. When I lived in Maui, I liked to eat at the local places. There was this one Mexican place in the mall we'd always go eat at because, like, they would give locals. I had to get a Hawaiian driver's license while I lived there, so I was considered a loco, no kaoi. And so I would get all the local discounts, and it was cheaper for us to go chow down on some Mexican food. They gave us 20% off because I had local driver's license, and then we get like 2 meals out of it because it was just everything was so expensive there. But I know right where Cheeseburger in Paradise was. It makes me sad. Oh, this makes me sad.
For years, he's like a legend, and everyone loves Fish, and Fish loves everybody. He's one of the wisest persons.
My ex-husband, the guy he like worked with, was friends with at work. His name was Fish too, or his nickname was Fish, because it was like part of his last name. So, but yeah, okay, I'm gonna stop pausing.
People that I know. Can you tell your story, man? You got time? You feeling all right? Or yeah. I know it's middle of the day and it's hot.
Yeah. Well, I went to Safeway late because the wind was blowing, so I wouldn't be able to leave that night. And electricity was off. It took me about an hour and a half to just get some orange juice. And so it was about 4 o'clock, and I went out and I saw the fire, and you couldn't even see the gateway because it was covered with smoke. And everyone's standing around just looking. And I said, I think we should get out of here because of the speed of this wind. It could be here in 2 minutes. So I went around back to Front Street, and all the cars were lined up, but none of them were moving. And I walked all the way from Safeway to the Chart House.
I used to shop at that Safeway. In the Chart House, I never ate there because it was like fancy schmancy expensive. I forgot about these places.
Not one car had moved. And I was wondering what was stopping the traffic. Well, it was a policeman. And I got to the end and I looked up north. There were no obstructions. There was no reason to keep those cars there.
Are you serious?
I'm serious as a heart attack. And I said, what are you doing? He goes, well, I'm under orders to keep them here. And I said, the fire is is right around Safeway. It's going to
Under orders to keep the people there. Why? Why would you not want them to flee and go? But see, a house burning down isn't good enough, right? But when the whole family or part of the family or whatever perishes with the building, that makes it easier to get the land, though, right? That's my line of thinking with these people. The powers that be, there's something ain't right.
hit Front Street. These people got to get out of here. And he said, I'm following orders.
No way.
And so I just kept walking. Well, maybe he knows something I don't, So, and I keep walking down the highway, and I look behind, no cars are coming out. I walked all the way to Waikuli Beach, still no cars coming out. And I started hearing boom, boom, boom. And then I heard people screaming and stuff.
You're saying they were blockaded in by the police at the end of Front Street?
Yeah.
Like where the restaurant is?
Where the chart house
Where the
was.
chart house was,
Yep.
I should
Right.
say.
Yep,
There
I
was
know
a
where that is.
blockade there, and they could not go any further.
Right. From Safeway to there, not one car had moved. And people walking in front of me, the people in the cars are saying, would you like a ride? And they go, oh, okay. And they get in. They ask me, no, you better get out of here. But they.
And this is probably why this man survived, is because he was like, nope.
Well, we were told to evacuate by car. Okay. So I just kept walking, and I got all the way to, like I said, the Civic Center. And then I started hearing all the explosions, and there was no one walking behind me or on bicycles or anything. And I just.
Dude, that is unbelievable.
I had no idea, until the next day when I walked down there of what had happened. I just, oh my.
So did you go up north to your place?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you just hunkered down for the night?
Yeah.
And then you came down to Front Street, or the fire? Because I know the fire burned right above your place. Did it get close to you?
It got to the Civic Center, right where the tennis courts are at, all around through there. That's where they stopped it.
Wow. So if people here want to help you, I know you're not. Are you online? Do you have a Venmo? Do you have any kind of online account of any kind whatsoever? Nothing.
Fish.
So guys, if you want to help Fish directly, Lahaina Fire Fund, and then put Fish in the comment section, and every donation that comes in will go directly to Fish. So there's a way you can make a comment. Just put the word Fish, and we'll make sure he gets every penny, since he doesn't have, they're not tracking. There's one guy they're not tracking on planet Earth. Trust me. So anyway, what's happened since, man? What can you tell us? Part of this channel is to tell people what's actually going on Maui. Is there anything you can share that you've seen since that you think it's important for people to know?
Oh, just a lot of aloha.
Yeah.
Lots of aloha. I've never seen such aloha in my life.
Wow. And you've been here how many years?
Well, I've been here 16 years
this time. How many times before that?
Well, off and on 40 years.
Yeah. So you're seeing an outpouring of aloha. That's awesome, man. That's what I wanted to hear. That's what everybody wants to hear. Right? Yeah. So what's your plan now, man? You have a place to stay? I got an extra room. I got an extra backyard. I know you like the outdoors. He doesn't like to be around all that manufactured material that's gassing off, right?
Right.
I know, Fish. You got a place to stay?
Yeah, it destroyed my place, but...
So your place did get burned?
No, it just got blown apart by the wind.
I got you.
So, but I had a spare tent. It took me about 10.
I know this type. Cool dude comes, he'll earn as much money as he needs to survive for the basics, sleeps on the beach, in the park, whatever, doesn't bother anybody. Everybody knows him. He knows everybody. I don't know this guy, but I know this guy because I befriended a lot of these dudes and women. And there was them, and then unfortunately you had the people that were addicted to meth and stuff, and this type of dude stayed away from that. But yeah, I know his type. He wants to sleep. He's happy on the beach, sometimes a tent or sleeping, but he just wants to be outdoors. He vibes with the island, the energy of it. He's a good dude.
Hours to set up. You're setting up in the wind. It's not easy.
Yeah. Well, you know you can come over to my place anytime. You
Aw.
can set up inside, outside, on the lanai. We got food. We got everything, bro. Anything you need, man. I'm gonna give you a
Aw,
bunch of
that's
money too,
nice.
because these people are gonna donate a bunch of money to you. I know you don't need it, but you can do with it whatever you want. By the way, Fish has got lots of money. Don't looks are deceptive, right? He works hard. So anything you want to say to the people, man?
Just aloha and God bless. And
So where are you going now?
get some food and water.
Okay. You need a ride?
No, it's just right across the street.
You want to come over to my place later?
That's okay. I still need a lot of stuff going through my head. I'm used to working every day, and now it's been 6 days. I'm going nuts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna weave, but
Hey, Lyria, welcome in.
There's still palms you can find, yeah?
oh well, that was a frustrating thing. I had beautiful fish leaf, and then the next day the fire comes and wind, the fronds. I never seen so many fronds on the ground, the wind fall everywhere. And I went, this is frustrating, you know?
Yeah.
There's beautiful palms, high quality, and now I got nuts.
Yeah.
It's, okay, so.
All right, dude. Good to see you, man. I'm
too.
so glad you're alive, brother. Seriously, a lot of people want to know what's going on with Fish.
Well, bless you, everybody. Thank you very much. So.
Can you believe this Fish walked up right during a live? If there wasn't God's timing, I don't know what there is, man. Seriously. That's cool. I'm so glad you're good. I'm so glad. There's so many people that I'm still worried about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I bet. People that you knew. But it's interesting. I did interview a few homeless people. I always got the GoPro on me, and I interviewed some homeless people before I was able to go live. So I'm able to go live. If you need to get online, I've got that sat link right there. So we're live right now. But I interviewed some homeless people or houseless people, and they said they were good because, like you said, they were able to walk out or run out, and the people that were trapped in the cars couldn't. But the fact that you're...
Yeah, I guarantee the homeless people or those that choose to be houseless, because there's a lot of those in Hawaii. They lived because they were like, this dude took his shit and he left. I know I'm not talking a lot, but Fish has a certain energy that I respect. So
telling me that they couldn't exit off of Front Street because it was blocked by the police. That's pretty shocking news, dude.
Oh, no warning, no sirens, nothing on the internet about the emergency thing.
See that again, oh, a missile's coming, you're all gonna die. Oops, sorry. Somebody hit the switch with their elbow. Just kidding, but yet they couldn't put out a warning about the fires. And I understand, like, again, I lived here. Welcome in, Shadow Hair. Poor Shadow Hair. There's just like certain people, every time you guys come in, I'm screaming about something. Yo! Boys. Can we not make such a ruckus, please? If these two could be any cuter, I would actually go insane. Jasper's all about his mama. Mommy gave him back today. All about him, mommy. Aw, you're such a good boy. You're so handsome. You're such a handsome boy. Okay, I'm sorry. I love my dogs so much. Wow. Obsessed with my dogs. It's okay. We're gonna finish up. I have thoughts.
You just go on and on. Send the kids home from school. I mean, it's stupid.
Yeah.
You know, almost to the point of evil.
We love you. You're the best. We're glad you're alive. And if you need anything, you know where to...
This guy's awake. Fish has his shit together. This guy is awake. He is in tune with energy, the energy of the earth, of that island, of himself, of his soul. This dude knows. This guy, he's part of my tribe. He's part of my people. Fish. If I could send something directly to Fish, I would. But the fact that the guy that's filming this has the realtor symbol down here, yeah, Hawaii real estate. HawaiiRealEstate.org, donate to LahainaFireFund.com. And listen, will he give every penny I donate to fish? I would like to assume so. I'm going to say 80% I'm sure, but I have 20% doubt. I would love to donate direct. If Fish had a Cash App, bitch, I'd be sending him $10 right now.
Come, I'll give you my address. I won't give you guys my address because we still got some haters out there. We'll block you anyway. You try to hate, we block you, right? We block
Oh,
the haters,
God.
don't we?
That's right.
What's up with the haters anyway, dude?
Something wrong with it.
Something's wrong with them. We gotta show some aloha. We're gonna convert the haters. Can we do it?
We're going to try.
We're gonna try our best. Fish, I give you a hug, bro. All right? Much aloha, my friend. Thank you. I'm so glad you showed up. Lahaina will be back, right? Lahaina Town's coming back?
Yeah.
Is it gonna come back?
They've been
Yeah.
through worse.
I just hope it isn't Black Rock and the rest of the crew.
No doubt, no doubt.
Oh. Yeah, I saw this one came up too.
August 8th, 2023 marked the start of the deadliest wildfires in modern history on Hawaii, in particular on the island of Maui. As of August 15th, 99 people have been declared dead, with hundreds still missing, with survivors bracing for the worst. The causes leading up to the fire and the level of incompetence from local governments is pretty staggering. But there's also much more to this story, from investors and billionaires trying to buy up land to shady players trying to rebuild Maui as the world's first smart city. So what's really going on? And how did we get here?
Bro, I almost added him to the playlist, but like I didn't have time to watch it because from like 3 to 5:30 was real busy for me. But yes, 2-Bit Da Vinci.
Here and what can be learned? Let's figure this out together. I'm Ricky, and this is 2-Bit Da Vinci.
Yes, you did. That is GP's thumbnail, Sarah K. Look through GP's thumbnails on his channel. Shout out, y'all. Support GP. The attic and attic adjacent and over there striking him in love and happiness for no good goddamn reason. It's a whole thing. We'll talk about it later.
I really didn't want to make this video. I just made a video about the Canadian wildfires, which are still ongoing. And I also made a video about El Nino 2023 and how it was going to be really intense. Well, this would appear to be the first devastating effect. So let's start with what we know so far. On August 8th, around Maui County, authorities got the first reports of fire by 6:37 a.m. Police were circling neighborhoods on megaphones trying to convince people to evacuate, and they used nearby hydrants to fight fires. But these early calls to evacuate were met with strong reception because wildfires in Hawaii have quadrupled in recent decades. In August 2018, for example, brush fires broke out as Hurricane Lane neared Maui. The fires engulfed more than 2,000 acres and forced dozens to flee their homes. This is going to be really important. We'll get back to that in a second.
See, and in my mindset of living where I live, doesn't fucking matter. You should at least be on an alert. There's like an alert, like, hey, there's a wildfire. You might want to know about this, right? And then the next level is like, okay, it's getting closer. So start, like tense up a little bit. Then the next level is usually like, okay, get all your important belongings together, have your cars packed and ready to go. You might need to evacuate or not. And then like they'll evacuate and make you leave. And then, just in case this shit travels fast and it can change direction incredibly quick. It'll be going north, and then all of a sudden they're like, nope, it's heading south, and you got 5 minutes to get out. It's crazy.
Second. Again in 2019, large fires also whipped through Maui, burning roughly 25,000 acres of former sugarcane land and dry brush as Hawaii endured record high temperatures. So how did local governments respond? Well, they put out this, the State of Hawaii Comprehensive Emergency Management Plan in February 2022. Here they've ranked how different natural hazards could potentially affect Hawaii. So where did wildfires rank? Near the absolute bottom. And what's really surprising is they have a low score for the impact and risk to people. That sounds a bit insane, but we'll come back to this. Trust me, there's a lot to unpack. There are currently 3 active fires. The South Maui Fires, Upcountry.
Okay, so this is Maui, right?
And the West Maui Fire.
Bro, Okay. Oh, Ka'anapali. That's how you say that. Kahului. Hey. All right. It is time for you to exit mommy's room. Thank you very much. Okay, goodbye. Okay. Geography lesson. Kahului. Makavao. Right? Your W's. And it's not Hawaii, it's Hawaii. Your W's are pronounced as V's. Fun fact. Kihei. This is like a pretty. I lived here for a little bit. Because Lahaina is like over here, right? Kaanapali and stuff. Lahaina Front Street's down here. This is like the more mountainous range, like the road to Hana. It's like, yep. See. Boop, boop. Oh, look at me. So smart sometimes. So yeah, Kihei is more touristy. This is where there's a lot of like timeshares, condos, resorts. A lot of the hotels are here because see, it's all about what side of the island you're on. This is like the more calm side of the island, if I remember right. And like all the surfers love it up here because this is where more of the waves come in. Because up here is where like the big island and stuff are. So to the like north, I guess it would be like up on my boop, like it goes that way, right? And then I think this
The fire that burned.
No, go back. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the Lanai was the other island I couldn't think of. Yeah, there's like Lanai. I think Molokai is this Molokai, Lanai. And then I forget what this one is. It's a lot. Forgive me. So yeah. So Lahaina is up in here. And before we moved from Kihei to Ka'anapali, we would have to drive, right? You got to drive. I called it the nub because this is like a little nub, right? And it's all like it's a lot of like tall grass and vegetation through here. Just FYI. I got excited because I'm like, oh my God, I know this.
The South Maui Fires, Upcountry, and the West Maui Fires. The fire that burned Lahaina resulted in most of the destruction, and it was from the West Maui Fire. As of Monday, August 14th, 99 fatalities have been confirmed, and it's the largest number of deaths in an American wildfire since 1918, when 453 people died in the Cloquet Fire in Minnesota. Based on a crowdsourced database circulating on social media with a list of over 5,200 people, some 1,130 individuals are still listed as not located. So those fatality numbers are likely to go up, and that's absolutely heartbreaking because it's not even really fully safe to get back out there. At least 2,200 buildings were destroyed in the fire. 86% of them were residential, according to Hawaii Governor Josh Green. At a White House briefing on Monday, FEMA Administrator Deanne Criswell said that more cadaver dogs.
FEMA is, how do I say this? Don't trust FEMA. If God forbid anywhere you live, something ever happens and they come in, do not trust them. Do not get on any of their trucks, on any of their boats. If you have a tracking device, like an AirTag or something, stick that shit up your butt. So, and like make sure your family can track you. I don't fucking trust FEMA. FEMA, Sketchy McSketcherson. I'm writing that down for a future stream. FEMA be sketchy. FEMA be sketching. Sketchy. Nope. Sketchy McSketcherson. Ugh, this I'm disappointed. Y'all know I love me a Three Musketeers bar while I'm streaming. The inside of this is dried out and hard as a rock. Hello, welcome to Nevada.
Dogs were on their way to Lahaina, but that the search was extremely hazardous and would take time. Based on reports from local officials, the 99 fatalities reported are based on only 3% of the destruction searched so far. So those numbers are going to go up. The state's vaunted integrated outdoor siren warning system, the largest in the world, with about 400 alarms, was not activated during the fires, according to the Hawaii Emergency Management Agency spokesperson Adam Weintraub. On Maui, the second largest island in the Hawaiian archipelago, there are 80 outdoor sirens to alert residents to tsunamis and other natural disasters. They sat silent as people fled for their lives. Nobody at the state and nobody at the county attempted to.
I can see the logical point in not setting off the sirens because that signifies tsunami. People are going to naturally think, oh, da, da, da. Again, there's a missile on the way. We're all going to die. Remember, what was that, 2020 that happened? 2021, whatever? In the day and age, you're tracking everything we fucking do on our cell phones. Everywhere we go, you're telling me they didn't have the fucking ability and forethought to say, put out an alert that's like, hey, things are looking kind of sketch, like pack, like I said, like here, they're like, have your shit ready to go. Because when we send the signal for you to leave, like you need to fucking leave. And it's always smart to know what route to take to get like down and away and have a secondary and even a third route, as we saw with Paradise. I never want to watch that footage again. Yeah.
To activate those sirens based on our records, said Adam Weintraub in an interview. While Maui's warning sirens were not activated, emergency communications with residents were largely limited to mobile phones and broadcasters at a time when most power and...
Look at this. That... It doesn't look like where I live. There's like 3 people that I grew really close to when I lived there. Because when I lived there, it was, I would say, the second worst time in my adult life, right? Like 18 and over. And I know at least one person is still there because she was a native Hawaiian. You know, her family had never lived anywhere else, and she was actually the one that officiated the wedding between myself and my ex-husband. And like, fuck the ex-husband, but I love this lady. I need to see if I can find her and see if she's okay.
Cell service was already cut. Most weren't prepared to anticipate just how quickly fires could spread. Now, let's take a minute and talk about the science of how this fire likely started. First of all, we do not officially know what started these fires, but here are some of the conditions present that led...
Officially. I hate that. Fuck officially. Yeah, how many times have we gotten the official story on shit? And it turned out it was, oh, what was the official story on the Great Panini? What was the official story on that? What were the official numbers? What was the, oh, sorry, I just started right into the microphone. I'm like, that. You guys know I'm sensitive. I'm very sensitive and emotional. Oh, I need a sip of water. Hey, cat. We will watch some comic relief. I have so many tabs open right now. Wow. I think I set a record for the amount of tabs I have open on a stream. I don't know. This guy is kind of the official. I don't know. Let's see where we go. Fuck the official story. You mean the narrative they want us to portray? And isn't this is some like expensive ass bottle of liquor back here. I forget what this is. I know this bottle. I know it's liquor and I know it's expensive. And bro, it's almost gone. Do you need to tell us something, dude? What is this? I know this. I've seen this. What? It's in a lightning bolt bottle. I know this. It's like I forget what it is. It's expensive. I know that.
To this event. Maui was in a severe D1, D2 drought rating for most of the season leading up to this, and it was more dangerous than even California, that's really prone to wildfires. It was also
And Nevada, don't forget Nevada. We're here too, and it is pronounced Nevada, not Nevada. It's Nevada. Thank you.
hotter than usual, partially climate change and partially the El Nino of 2020.
I'm gonna say this, and you can think what you want. What climate change isn't fucking real. I'm not saying humans haven't polluted the earth. I think climate change is a convenient excuse for everything. People like Greta Thunberg, she's a paid actress. It's all staged, it's all put on. It's all, oh my god, look at you. How dare you? Shut up, Greta. You look terrible, right? You and Nigs are competing for worst hairline of the fucking year. You should have just gone to school. She is a plant. You want to talk about a plant? That little bitch is a plant. And I'm sorry, if you want to be vegetarian, vegan, and I eat vegetarian a large majority of the time, Ted Nugent on Joe Rogan podcast is my favorite fucking thing. Because he's like, I'm out here because he farmed. If you know who Ted Nugent is, if you're down with the Ted Nugent, and he's like, do you know how many animals are killed in the harvesting of your soybeans so you can sit there and have your little tofu salad and not feel guilty? All of what goes into the mass production of all that stuff. He's like, you're not doing anything better than anybody else. You know, and I get it. Some people just don't want to eat meat or animal products or byproducts, and I get that. But it's like, it's the people that are fucking vegan where it's like the joke, like, how do you know someone's vegan? Or how can you tell somebody's vegan? And it's like, you don't need to, they'll tell you. Like, do what you want to do. Just, the point being, look into things. And not everything is what it's portrayed to be. And the narrative we're presented isn't always the truth, or it's twisted, it's exaggerated, it's downplayed. Like, I just don't be so quick to believe what we're told. And I find it highly disturbing. Oh, Ted Nugent is amazing. A lot of people don't like him. I know, Sarah. I'm so sorry. That's why I'm like, but it's true. It's true. Sweetie, these are the facts. And if you know anything about me, it's that I'm going to be honest and just tell everybody the facts. That, and trust me, I've got when I tell you I love a firm tofu, I like it fried. I eat vegetarian and probably actually vegan. A pretty good amount. I'm at least like 50%. It's just I like meat, but only to a certain extent. But my point being is like don't believe, the narrative of what you're told. Because Sarah is I believe Sarah's vegan. So yeah, They're very hypocritical. All this red paint they keep using, having beetles in it. Yeah, that's why you ever wonder why, oh, it's vegan makeup. And to this day, like if you have a good like red lipstick or I hate gelatin. I like Tillamook brand yogurt because it's thickened with cornstarch, not like gelatin freaks me out. But the dye, the coloring used for reds is often ground up beetles, cosmetics, all that stuff. Yeah. Oh, vegetarian. My Sarah K says I'm a vegetarian. I love cheese. My best friend of 27 years that I stopped talking to was a vegetarian for years. And she was like, I just need to go vegan, but it's the cheese. But then, like, the vegan cheeses got better. And listen, there's a couple of vegan restaurants in my area I want to try just because, like, I don't like eating, frozen dinners with like meat in it because it grosses me out. It's always the nasty part. I prefer like a whole chicken breast or like on the bone or something. I'm very particular, but I am way off track. Um, we're all being fed many lines of bullshit about a lot of world and societal issues, and it's all bullshit to again control the fucking masses, and climate change is one of them.
3. I have an entire video about what is going on with that, which I'll link below or in the description if you want to check that out after this one. Now, as far as lightning strikes go, I use the Blitzlock Tune database, which I use for the Canadian wildfires as well, which actually did show a correlation between lightning strikes and fire.
And they believe that those wild Canadian wildfires were set on purpose.
Starting, but here in this case, I couldn't see any examples of any strikes actually happening on Hawaii in the 24 hours or 48 hours leading up to the fire starting. Then there was Hurricane Dora. Dora did not directly hit the islands, as you can see by this amazing visualization from Zoom Earth. It passed about 500 miles south of Honolulu. Around the time when the fire started, you can see what was happening here. Dora did not directly hit the islands, but it played a vital role in the Lahaina fires.
It doesn't need to, because you see all this. So here's the hurricane itself, right? But it fucks up everything around it. I remember when I lived on the island, some hurricane passed. This is 500 miles. I think the one that passed when I was living on Maui, which where's the little nub? Right here. This is how I always know where it is, because you got the little nubbin. I'm sorry I said the word nubbin and I made myself giggle. I apologize. Listen. Nubbin. Oh. Oh, when I get another little dog one day, I should name him Nubbin. Nubbin and Yaba. Oh my God. Okay, no, hold on. I'm sorry. I got to write that down. I am so ADD. Puppy names. Winston, looking at you. Puppy names for the future. Nubbin and Yaba. Oh. Noted. Noted. See? Got my pens. Well, fun fact, lab grown meat was just approved. And they're injecting cows with the pokey pokey, great panini, jabby jab that everybody's fucking dying from now. I need to get over on my Rumble, because when I tell you, I need to start organizing things, and I don't know when the fuck it'll be, but I have to go. I can't talk about it over here. Like, there's a whole separate section for the YouTube, like a creator guidelines. That's just the panini and all that stuff. I can't,
At its closest, it was about 500 miles off the coast of Maui. A high pressure system developed north of the islands as well, resulting in a gradient wind between high pressure and Dora, a low pressure system. This is the approach of Hurricane Dora right here, right? And you can see that the gust speeds start to really pick up.
And wind doesn't help. I'll tell you that. The wind doesn't help. So he's talking about the hurricane. All right, I want to get to.
So net result of these two weather systems, 45 to 60, 65 mile per hour winds over Lahaina and 80 mile per hour winds over the Big Island. So again, we don't know for sure, but I think the most likely cause was down power lines that were still energized. Hawaiian Electric stock plummeted 40% Monday morning after a class action lawsuit filed over the week.
Shit. Oh, I mean, someone call Aaron Brockovich.
Weekend alleged that Maui's devastating wildfires were caused by the utility's energized power lines that were knocked down by strong winds. There are several videos on X, formerly Twitter, where residents shared scary sights of power lines swaying in gale force winds. Again, this hasn't been confirmed, but based on timelines, it's at least the most probable cause. Some reports show the people of Lahaina losing power as early as 4 a.m., a few hours before the fire started. And this is actually what caused the 2018 wildfires that.
And keep in mind, just because people lost power does not mean that the power lines don't have power running through them still.
Devastated the town of Paradise in California, the Camp Fires, which began on November 8th, 2018, when a suspension hook known as a C-hook of a nearly 100-year-old transformer tower in the Sierra foothills in eastern Butte County broke, causing a power line to fall against a metal tower and sent sparks into dry grass below. PG&E, the utility responsible in California, pled guilty to 84 counts of manslaughter in 2020. Sadly, aging infrastructure and poor modernization.
I met people from Paradise, and the quickness, intensity, and fury of which that fire engulfed that town. There was no place that was safe. There was no way out. I met a gentleman, sensitive, trigger warning. I'll give you a second. I met a gentleman who was on the phone with his parents, right? Like elderly parents. They had his brother's kids over there. And a couple of like family friends had gone over. The fire came so fast, he was on the phone with them when they lost their lives, all of them. So this shit moves fast, it moves quick. And it's scary, which I don't understand why Maui didn't take. They've obviously been, this isn't like the first time there's ever been a fucking wildfire on the island. And they get like the, oh shit, we didn't know. They knew. And enough information is so easily shared between governments and agencies and whatnots. You couldn't. Jesus Christ. But again, something's not adding up. The way things are burned, the streets are fine, the $1 million houses are fine. It looks like something's not adding up. And there is, I meant to look it up and then I got sidetracked. Well, something. Hi. They want to make Maui the first like smart island, and that conference is coming up. Make it like a smart city, have the government like run or partially run by AI, which y'all, I don't fucks with the AI. I'd really like one of those things where you can like put a picture in there of yourself and the AI does whatever, but it freaks me out. I can't. You know me. I know GP did one for me. He's so sweet. Love GP. We stand GP on this channel. GP 316. Sorry. And Love and Happiness. She's a sweetie. What's going to be easier to turn into a smart island? Something that's been deleted and they can rebuild it as they want. Again, these people, the bodies of these loved ones are literally not even cold, and they're getting phone calls. Do you want to sell your land? Disgusting.
Efforts have plagued the U.S. for decades, and with severe weather, it's only going to get worse. So in a lot of ways, this was a compounding of a lot of really unfortunate events. Another is that the New York Times reported that the town's water system may have also failed to maintain water pressure. So as firefighters tapped into fire hydrants, there was actually not enough water pressure to fight these flames. How was the water system run? Was it run on electric pumps? In which case, if the power goes out, do the water pumps go out? Was there water towers with elevation? It's tricky to say, and I don't know all the details just yet, but that is a glaring oversight. You can't lose water in the event of a power outage because there's really no way to fight fires then. The geography also played a huge role in how quickly the fire spread. Backed up to the Pacific Ocean on the west and the West Maui Mountains on the east, fire spread at an alarming rate. The 50-mile-an-hour winds that resulted from Hurricane Dora and the high-pressure region to the north fanned the flames and created almost a blast furnace. All fires need oxygen, and 50-mile-an-hour winds provide plenty of it. Plus, being backed up against the West Maui Mountains, the radiant heat from the fires were either reflected back toward Lahaina or absorbed, resulting in hotter temperatures that were then fed back into the fire from the prevailing winds.
For y'all that don't know and don't live in wildfire country, wildfires, if they get big enough and hot enough, they literally form their own weather systems. And that is why they can overtake the firefighters and just they roar. They make their own wind. They have their own sound. And fire, yeah. So what? Fire is energy, right? Energy can't be created or destroyed. Everything is energy. Fire is just like water, wind. There's a reason the ancients worshipped these things. It's not because they were stupid and they're like, woo, it's because they knew. I'll just say they knew. Uku, Maui New Botanical Gardens, Kahului, Wailuku, Vahie Vahu, Waipuku. Lahaina. Yeah, so see, you've got so here's Lahaina on the little nubbin part, and Kihei is probably like way over here.
And the highest point of this West Maui mountain range is Pui Kukui at 5,788. So because they were backed up against the West Maui mountain range.
Okay, hold on. I dipped over to my Twitter for a second. Listen, all my shit on my likes, everything on Twitter is public. I don't fucking care. So here, this says, oh girl, hold on.
Narrative that the media is lying about the reality.
Hold on. The lens. Please read, everyone, and listen to the video. Sadly, similar to Canada and other places like all over California, crazy fire coming from probably a deliberate source being lied about. This sad and unfortunate, and this is sad, unfortunate, and flat out heinous. Pray for the people of Maui and send this forward. Okay, let's.
This narrative that the media is lying about the reality of the Lahaina fire is incredibly frustrating for me because I am the media. I am the editor of Maui Times, and I have tried relentlessly to get direct information from the County of Maui as well as the Maui Police Department. Both entities have been radio silent and have not responded to any of my calls or emails over the past few days. I also spoke to Maui police officers in person in Lahaina, and they all denied me my First Amendment right to freedom of the press by denying me access to Lahaina town as well as denying me information. They even sent me on a wild goose chase trying to find their media coordinator who had conveniently gone home for the day by the time I found where he was supposed to be. So it is not the media who is lying to you because I am obligated to only report what has been confirmed. Who's lying to you is the government entities who are trying to cover their asses and not take accountability for how grossly mismanaged this entire situation has been. Maybe if we make this go viral, I'll actually get a response from them. This narrative that the media is lying about the reality of the
Girl. Oh. Okay. Do we want to look at top or latest? Jimmy McIntyre. Maui fires don't add up to why so many died. Things don't happen inadvertently in most cases, but by deliberate cause. The Maui fires seem to have a lot in common with the Lismore floods and other apparent natural disasters, and such as no proper warnings given in time, no real government assistance, blocking of locals trying to assist. There's videos of um people getting in line for like passes back and like relief efforts and stuff. And there's a Maui police officer came and was like, "Oh, we got an order from the top and the powers that be, and like we can't do that. I'll see if I can find it. It's in my likes. Just remind me. I'm reading this. I'm not looking at chat." Maui fires and blocking. It could just be gross government negligence, but how does such gross government negligence repeat similar patterns globally and localized areas? Is the deep state involved in creating apparent climate change emergencies for an alternative agenda? I think so. Is your government there to protect you and your loved ones? It's not. It's absolutely not. Or in fact likely to see your loved ones die from their actions which appear almost deliberate. How can any government officials justify not turning the water on to help save the town until after it was too late? Not to sound the warning siren set up just for such an incident, but only send SMS alerts, etc. Deposit knowing these weren't working. I think they meant despite knowing these weren't working. People should not think things happen inadvertently just because governments are grossly incompetent fools that cause such loss of life, but start looking for repeated patterns of behavior. What are we always talking about on this channel? What are we always talking about? Pattern of behavior. Oh my God. Yes. Do I follow this dude? And investigate. Look for repeated patterns of behavior and investigate. Is their globalist agenda a hand in the shadows, creating events that look like natural disasters, but perhaps are not? I mean, a wildfire doesn't cause a human to refuse to sound the sirens, resulting in deliberate deaths from such actions. It doesn't cause humans to refuse to turn the water on in time to fight the fire. But wait until it's too late to save what is likely 1,400 dead. 111 plus 1,300 missing, many of them children. The deep state have weapons to cause what looks like natural disasters. Did that occur on Maui? That we don't know, nor were such weapons necessary to cause such deliberate damage and loss of life. But what we already know is what appears to be a pre-planned action of what looks like gross government incompetence occurring in localized areas in different parts of the world that appear to not be inadvertent, but following a pre-planned globalist handbook, such as a delay to help locals maximize deaths delay proper warnings to maximize deaths, block locals from saving lives by deliberate actions, allow a build up of fuel that can enable catastrophic fires by deliberate practices. The same happened in the 2019 Australian bushfires. Um, y'all remember that before the Great Panini? Like all of Australia was on fire. Remember that? I remember that. Is a playbook in play and being used globally that's maximizing the damage of natural disasters and deaths. To think this is all just inadvertent would be to think deadly pokey bowls that deadly vaccines that were made in many cases before a certain panini had even occurred was inadvertently injected into 5 billion people for a falsified panini when it was deliberate, clear intent, and meticulous planning. It was. To think things happen inadvertently again and again when it would require a playbook to achieve such a standardized strategy of colossal failure in government response to alleged natural disasters is pushing into conspiracy theory territory. A globalist pushed conspiracy that climate change is somehow to blame for sirens being denied use, water being denied turned on, deadly fuel for fires not being removed but allowed to build up, just waiting for its chance, and when the obvious finally occurs, deny and block help. Now, that's a big conspiracy theory to suggest climate change can do all those things it can't. But we know who can and who benefits. The only question that remains is, did they have a part to play in this? If they can easily falsify paninis, could they easily increase the likelihood of what appears to be natural disasters that kill way more than ever needed? The answer is yes. And a betting person would not bet against whether they did play their part. Sadly, many died that never needed to. Your governments are dangerous fools that can't be trusted and are agenda driven. That was a tweet from Jamie McIntyre 21. Interesting, huh? Interesting. Yeah. You know what? Yep. Here, let me. You know what's funny? You know what I found interesting is how it was like, oh, you can't have family gatherings or do this, that, the other thing. But yet, when all the riots were taking place in 2020, and I'm not going to comment on the politics of that, there were no increased panini cases or panini, from that, it was fine. But everything else was like, oh my God, it's again. Why do you think in the intro to this, I specifically asked Mick, I'm like, I want something in there. I want the word somehow, somewhere. Open your eyes, open your mind. There's so much more. If you guys go on Twitter and just like type in Maui Fires, Maui, like, is it on purpose, whatever? I don't know. There is literally by the minute more information is coming out. We could be here for 5 hours and not even make a dent. It's sad, it's fucked up. I don't trust the government. Fuck FEMA, fuck the government. I find it a little too convenient that like right away it's like, "Hey, do you want to sell your land or whatever?" They want to do all this stuff with all the smart island and I'll tell you what, they picked the one place with the most prideful, or I'm not prideful, proud, strong, talk about family and community. You cannot beat the Hawaiian people. You can't. Like I had a rough time when I lived there. Me and the island were cool, but we were like, okay, this isn't for me. I need to go back to mainland. I was like, cool. She was like, bet. But that doesn't mean there wasn't a respect there between myself and the island and the people I met there that truly became like family to me. I mean, I wouldn't have gotten through that period of my life if it wasn't for them. So I encourage you guys, look into this. Look into all this and all. And this is when people are labeled as crazy conspiracy theorists. And you know what? A lot of us crazy conspiracy theorists turned out that we're fucking right. We were right. And who knows? It could all just be, you know, human error and shit just went wrong. But I think there's more at play here. And I'm going to continue to watch this and look into it. And I will update maybe on another stream during the week, as long as, hold on. I need to pull up. Let me pull up my local news app. Because I did not realize. Oh, that's okay. What's the first news story? Oh, yeah. Okay. It's been nearly 5 decades since Reno in northern Nevada felt impacts from a tropical system, but Hurricane Hillary could soon change that. Since 1939, 4 tropical storms have reached California. The only known storm to make direct landfall in the Golden State was in the Long Beach area, so that's near LA. In 1939, before storms were named. Joanne in 72, Kathleen in 76, Nora in 97. They all struck Baja, California, and Mexico first. So, okay. By the time Hillary reaches Reno, it won't even be a tropical depression. It will be a low pressure system with tropical moisture. Majority of the rain will be coming throughout the day on Monday. Damn, I wanted to go to Costco on Monday. Dude, and I have such desert dogs. Like it 2 raindrops and Winston's inside. He's like, "Bitch, nope." I see Sarah. Okay, cool. Yes, thank you, Twatter. Thank you. Oh my god. Do. Okay, here, hold on. I don't wanna. Okay, here, thanks. Yeah, I'll play that. I don't wanna show the Okay. So yeah, I've got rain coming up. It's coming up from Mexico right through Vegas. And okay, cool. So if anyone's in like Sacramento, San Jose, or San Francisco, you should be fine. All right. So Sarah just sent me something. All right, hold on. Let me share my screen so we can watch. Okay. Florida Grant, I'm just here wondering how a quote unquote wildfire can jump houses like that. Can we see? You guys can see. Hold on. Let me pause this and change take me off the screen so it's just all right. So you guys can see a little better. Look at professional YouTuber. All right. I don't think this has any sound because it's just drone footage. No. Okay. So this doesn't have any sound. So, do we see? Do we see? Burn to the ground. Burn to the ground. Burned. And it's not like it had a concrete skeleton framing, right? Base. It's not even, nothing touched it. But look, these cars, this is incinerated. This looks like a bomb went off. And again, how are the roads okay? When that fire jumped the road in Washoe Valley on 580 near Carson years ago, they had to shut the road down because it melted it and they had to redo it. How is all of this fine? Look at, I don't, this is weird. Ugh. This is weird. And then, like, so this house is fine. Okay, cool. And then all of this is, I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't think this is normal, especially like I said, where I fucking live and what I'm used to hearing and seeing about. And I've talked to people. See, like this, you've got a whole bunch of houses, like you've got a whole group. But then when you've got, like, again, we're gonna rewatch it. There's one, it's fucking weird. Because I know there's that one that survived, but like it was made out of concrete. So even that was a little sketch. Wow. Yeah, this is just weird. Weird, and I don't like it. Welcome in, Jarella. You're good. You're good. And then okay, yeah. Creek, I see your video you sent me to. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that later, and I'm also gonna write that down. We're gonna talk about lab meat. They're just, yeah. Oh, you don't want to get the pokey bowl, the jabby jab? It's all right. We'll just inject it right into the cows. It'll kill you that way. Great. Lab meat, GMOs, Monsanto. Jesus Christ. Y'all, it's wild out there. And there's, it really is to a point. Unless you're going to live totally off grid and like grow all your own shit. And even then, lab meat freaks me out. Listen, lab meat freaks me out. And you also need to be careful. When I had my blood clots in, what was it, 2015, 2016, I had to take Xarelto for 6 months, and then I was good. Restaurants will take like scraps of, like, say, a filet mignon, and they will use meat glue, and it will like coagulate the meat together. It's, yeah, I learned about a lot of stuff. So no, see, and all that, people that do like high colonics and stuff, one, they always talk about how people that eat a lot of like sushi and raw fish um will have like intestinal worms and whatnot. And they've also noticed that clients that come in that are vegan and eat a lot of Beyond Meat products, that stuff is just coming out of them whole. So it's a lot. Don't get me, I can't eat actual chorizo. I like the vegetarian chorizo because I make this casserole. It's really good. But yeah, I can't eat the chorizo where it's like the glands and the lymph nodes. I can't. I'm one of those people. I'm like, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Jarella, I'll take a fucking intestinal worm over fake meat. And all that shit is soy based. And I had a friend who was pregnant. She was like a vegan vegetarian anyway. And we had this whole conversation, and this was like years ago. This is probably 2017ish. How she was avoiding eating products with soy in it because she was having a boy and she didn't want, because soy affects your hormone levels and all this stuff. And it's, y'all, there's so much out there. Yep. Sarah, I wouldn't mind a tapeworm. I wouldn't mind losing 50 pounds. I'm just saying. Yeah, sadly it's not. It's really not anymore. Like if you can find actual heirloom tomato seeds, and seeds are such a hot commodity because everything has been so genetically modified. Like if you look into all the Monsanto shit with the farmers, it's fucking crazy. It's crazy. That's why I try to do farmers market and support local as much as I can. So, all right, I guess I got a big ass storm hitting me on Monday, so hopefully my internet should be good tomorrow. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I don't know, we'll see. I usually don't stream on Monday and Tuesday, but I will be back here tomorrow. As far as the Maui fires are concerned, I highly recommend you we'll keep an eye on it, you know. Um we'll keep an eye on it. I think something is off. I think this is like weird. It's not right. Yes, Hillary Jarella. Yeah. Um I'm in Reno, so it's coming up my way. Um my heart goes out. My heart goes out to everyone in Lahaina and Maui and the Hawaiian Islands. And again, I may have only lived and worked there for a year. Hawaii is a very energetic place in that you can feel the energy of the islands. And it's in, I can't even describe it. Um and the Hawaiian people, and again, not my vibe. Me and the island didn't vibe, but I was like, okay, girl, like, but it's all good. It's all love. I'm just more of a desert mountain girl, and that's all right. But I know it's just, I get upset because I can't imagine not knowing where my loved ones are. Or like if I had to run and I couldn't bring the dogs with, oh my God, if I couldn't grab my dogs. I I couldn't. And I lived in this place and I worked in this place and I made friends in this place. And just thinking about everything that's been lost. And then I get angry because, in my opinion, I think this was allowed/done on purpose for obtuse and nefarious reasons. And it's fucked up. And, I love my country. I do. I love America. I love being American. I don't much care for my government and the politicians in it. And there's a difference between those two things. Yeah, I'm sorry, Cher. Please keep us up to date on that. And you're in my Discord and Mix. If you need any support or to talk, just reach out. We're all there for you. Thanks, you guys. We are expendable. We are cattle. We are We are nameless, faceless. I don't even know the word. It's just think of like ants, and we're all running around in our little colony. We've got our friends, our families, our coworkers, our community, right? And our little ant colony, and we're chilling. This is the equivalent of like the government and shit is the kid with the magnifying glass, or that just comes and, stomps on the ant hill or whatever. And while we're like, oh my God, my home and everything in it and all my loved ones, that's how the government sees us. Oh well. There'll be more of you down the road and you're all just as worthless. There's a whole thing about our social security numbers and like how each of us is worth like all this money, and people have worked years to figure out how to like get that money, and how like China actually owns us. It's a lot. Um we need to look into that too. I might need some help with some of this research. But yeah, I am very sensitive and empathetic because I can't imagine. I can't fucking imagine. I can't. I can't. Yep. And all of this is my opinion and it's alleged. None of this is fact. I just think that there's some weird shit going on with the Maui fires. And I think it's a lot easier to do what they want to do with the smart city and all that stuff when you're starting from zero, you know, rather than having to fight a whole bunch of people. But my heart goes out to everyone there. And please, 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 I don't care where you live. Always have like 3 to 5 days of water, if not a week. Some emergency. You can buy those little emergency food kits. If you can have some prescriptions, food for your pets, medications, whatever. Because like earthquakes are going to happen, you don't have any warning. If you live in an area where you're not used to wildfires, have your shit ready to go. If that shit is within 75 to 100 miles of you and it's like a straw, just have a little to go bag ready, right? Especially with 50, 25, clench your butt cheeks, put that shit in the car, put the harness on the dog, go grab you a Starbucks and be like, but keep in mind that shit changes direction. Just it's better to be over prepared and overly cautious and not needing to take action or whatever than be in oh shit mode. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Uh so I am oh no. Yeah, that's for sure. Drilla, I plan on starting a commune. We're gonna start a commune of burbs in the Nevada desert. Everyone, you just all come hang out. Like, listen, I got a small, tiny house, but I'm sure we could buy land. I've got all my friends at the gun range. We'll have plenty of ammo and food. It's gonna be great. We'll have the dogs. And then I'm gonna get 2 new puppies and we're gonna name them Nubbins and Yaba. Oh my god. It's gonna be great. I'm very excited. So I'm gonna dip. Gigi is streaming at the fucking ass crack of dawn, 6 a.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern. For those of you that are up that early on a Saturday fucking morning, please go and support him. Deadly Content is supposed to stream sometime tomorrow. And I'm going to try and wedge my fat ass somewhere in there. If I hear back from Ozza, we might do a Roots, darling, Roots on Sunday. But I'd like to stream and talk about Nigs at some point for a little bit tomorrow. So I might just go live whenever, and because replay gang gang, replay gang gang. So yeah, Streamed a little bit earlier tonight. I hope that was better for you guys. Tomorrow I might be like early morning. I don't know. I gotta see what's going on, who's streaming, whatever. I'll try to give at least an hour's notice, but I just want to hop on and give my thoughts on a little bit of Nate. Try to keep up with him, and then yes, Sunday hopefully we'll do Roots. Monday I might have internet. I don't know. Monday I usually take off, but we'll see. And again, we'll do another members only stream next week. And yes, thank you for everybody for your support, just being here. Please leave a like, please share. Tell your friends about me, your friends, your family, your dogs, your cats, and your birds. Share the word. You know, let's let's grow the community. Please support all of the other wonderful, amazing creators. Hillbilly Belinda, Gigi, GP316, Deadly Content, aka Death and Lil Boots, Fedora, and yeah, I love our little group. It's great. They're great people. So there's so much more. I mean, like I said, I could sit here for 5 hours and go over this, but check on Twitter, check online, check on YouTube. Um, and just question. If something isn't sounding right or it's not feeling right, question that. It's okay to do that. So I will see you guys back here sometime tomorrow. Yes, thank you to my moderators, Creek Native Girl, Sarah K. You guys are amazing. Love you guys so much. Thank you everyone for being here. I appreciate your support so much. I'm going to be working on more stuff for the channel. It's frustrating and slow going, but I am working on it. So I will see you guys sometime tomorrow. I love you so much. Okay, bye.